Chelsea take on Arsenal in a highly anticipated Premier League clash on Wednesday. Chelsea are in good form at the moment, despite a disappointing draw against Manchester United last week. Arsenal, on the other hand, have struggled for consistency and are trailing both Chelsea and league leaders Liverpool. Ahead of the match, Enzo Maresca acknowledged Arsenal's strengths, but remains confident in his team's ability. "The pressure is on us too. Of course, Arsenal are the closest team to City. They are both better than the others," said Maresca. Maresca also praised Arsenal's stability, having worked with the same manager for many years. "It's a big advantage for them, but we will try to make it difficult for them on Sunday," he added. Chelsea's chances of winning will depend largely on the fitness of Cole Palmer, who is recovering from a knee injury. "He is getting better. Hopefully he can train on Saturday, and we will make a decision," explained Maresca. This will be a crucial match for both teams, with Chelsea growing in confidence and Arsenal looking to get back to winning ways. Cole Palmer is still battling to be fit in time for today's crunch clash with Arsenal, after providing an injury update on social media. Palmer has established himself as Chelsea's best player over the past year, scoring 7 goals and providing 5 assists in the first 10 Premier League games of the season. His presence in Chelsea's front line has been crucial, and Enzo Maresca's side will be hoping he can feature against Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Palmer picked up the injury after a heavy challenge from Lisandro Martinez in Chelsea's 1-1 draw with Manchester United last week. Palmer has been working hard to get fit for the big game since. He confirmed his condition on Instagram stories, posting a picture of himself wearing training gear and undergoing cold compression therapy to speed up his recovery. Enzo Maresca also provided a positive update on Palmer on Thursday, saying, "He's better. He's getting better. If he can walk and eat dinner, it doesn't mean he's fully fit. We still have 2 days to prepare for this game. Hopefully, we can get him in training, at least on Saturday, and then we'll make a decision." With time running out, all eyes will be on Palmer and whether he can recover in time to give Chelsea a chance in this all-important London derby. Arsenal travel to Stamford Bridge to face Chelsea on Saturday, with both teams struggling with injury concerns ahead of the crucial clash. Mikel Arteta and his side will be hoping to bounce back from a run of poor results, while Chelsea are also struggling with injury problems. Arsenal's star midfielder Declan Rice is a major concern for Arteta after breaking his toe at the weekend. Rice did not travel to face Inter Milan in the Champions League and remains in London for further tests. Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard, who had been out for 3 months with an ankle injury, finally returned to action against Inter Milan, although he only featured for a few minutes towards the end of the game. Kai Havertz is also a concern after suffering a head injury in the game against Inter Milan. Arteta will be hoping Havertz can recover in time for the Chelsea clash. At the back, Arsenal are still without Ricardo Calafiori, Takahiro Tomiyasu, and Kieran Tierney, who are also still injured. Chelsea also have injury concerns ahead of the clash. Despite a big 8-0 win over Noah in the Europa Conference League in midweek, Enzo Maresca has a number of doubts to contend with. Cole Palmer, who picked up an injury after a heavy challenge from Lisandro Martinez at Old Trafford, is also a doubt. Jadon Sancho is also a doubt after reportedly recovering from illness and may have suffered a separate injury. For Arsenal, Arteta is likely to line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. David Raya will be in goal, with Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel and Timber in defense. Rice and Partey will anchor the midfield, with Saka, Havertz and Martinelli supporting Trossard up front. Chelsea, meanwhile, under Maresca, are likely to play a similar 4-2-3-1 formation. Sanchez will be in goal, with James, Fofana, Colwill and Cucurella in defense. Caicedo and Lavia will anchor the midfield, with Madueke, Palmer and Neto supporting Jackson up front. The game kicks off at 16:30 UK time on November 10th. It will be shown live on Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Sports Main Event, with live streaming available via the Sky Go and Now TV apps. With both teams struggling with injury concerns, the clash between Chelsea and Arsenal is set to be a mouth-watering affair. Arsenal will be looking to get back to winning ways, while Chelsea will be determined to continue their positive form. Chelsea are set to make a major overhaul of their squad in the upcoming transfer window, with several big names tipped to be sold, including one of their talented youngsters, Trevoh Chalobah. Despite his impressive form at Crystal Palace, Chalobah's future at Stamford Bridge appears increasingly uncertain. The England international, a product of the Cobham Academy, was loaned to Palace after struggling to establish himself as a regular in the Chelsea first team this season. In fact, Chalobah recently scored his first goal of the season on his Premier League debut for Palace, showing the qualities that saw him praised by many, including Sean Wright-Phillips, who called him superb last season. However, despite his solid form in the Premier League, Chalobah's future at Chelsea remains in doubt. According to Give Me Sport, Chelsea are planning to sell him in 2025, although that decision could face challenges in finding a club willing to take him on a permanent basis. With ambitions of continuing to play in Europe, it is likely that Chalobah will consider a move abroad to further his career. With Chelsea's squad already packed, it is hoped that the move to sell Chalobah will open up opportunities for other young players to get more game time, while also making room for strengthening the team's backline. The fierce competition at Chelsea this season does not seem to damage the relationship between the players, even though some of them are competing for the same position. One of them is Philip Jorgensen, who was just brought in from Villarreal, and Robert Sanchez, who is currently still the main choice under the goalposts. Although Jorgensen is ambitious to replace Sanchez as the main goalkeeper, the two show a very good relationship. There is no tension between them, even though there is clear competition in that position. According to a report from Give Me Sport, both Jorgensen and Sanchez support each other, with both focusing on team duties rather than personal conflicts. Sanchez, who previously received praise for his extraordinary performance, has indeed made several mistakes in the last few matches. However, Enzo Maresca continues to emphasize that Sanchez is the main choice. However, with Jorgensen's performance increasingly showing his quality, Maresca must immediately consider giving the young goalkeeper from Denmark more opportunities. In previous matches, Jorgensen showed his ability. As a young player with full potential, Jorgensen will continue to try to prove himself so that he can get the opportunity to appear in the Premier League. Although the competition at Chelsea is very tight, the harmonious relationship between Jorgensen and Sanchez is an example that a healthy and supportive team atmosphere can exist amidst fierce competition for the main position. The intense competition at Chelsea this season has increasingly caused concern among some of the team's big stars, including star striker Christopher Nkunku. Despite impressing with 8 goals in 15 games this season, Nkunku is now reportedly worried about his future at Stamford Bridge, especially after rarely getting a place in Enzo Maresca's starting 11. Maresca's decision to drop Nkunku from the bench more often, despite his significant contribution on the pitch, has caused tension within the Frenchman. Moreover, Chelsea are now filled with quality players, making it difficult for Maresca to give enough playing time to all his star players. With the increasing competition, Nkunku is now worried, although rumors of a potential January departure have not been widely circulated. For Nkunku, although he has made a significant contribution to the team, the competition for places in the front line has forced him to be content with a reserve role in the Premier League. However, with his proven ability, many feel that he deserves more opportunities to play more often, given his positive impact when played. The situation is sure to add to the tension in the Chelsea dressing room, with quality players competing for places. While Maresca faces a difficult dilemma in deciding who should play, what is clear is that Nkunku is currently in a situation that requires him to rethink his future at the club.